What's up, Cowboys fans? I hope you're sitting down because what I'm about to tell you is big. We've just got some of the most exciting news that could reshape the Dallas Cowboys' future. And I'm not just talking about some off-the-radar signing or a little tweak here and there, no, we're talking about a major move. It's official, folks. Makai Becton, the 6'7", 364-pound monster from the New York Jets, is on his way to the Dallas Cowboys. You heard that right, Makai Becton is now a Cowboy. This trade is not only a huge upgrade to the offensive line, but it's also a clear statement that Jerry Jones and the Cowboys front office are absolutely serious about putting a Super Bowl caliber team together for 2025. This trade could be the exact reinforcement the Cowboys need to take them to the next level and finally push past that playoff hump. But before we dive deep into what this means for Dallas, let's talk about who Makai Becton is and what he brings to the table. Now, when you hear the name Makai Becton, you might think of one thing: raw power. And that's exactly what this guy brings. Becton is a massive, athletic force of nature. He's got that rare combination of size and agility that makes him an absolute nightmare for defenders. Standing at 6'7" and weighing in at a jaw-dropping 364 pounds, this guy isn't just big for the sake of it. He's a true athlete. His agility for his size is incredible. He has the strength to drive defenders into the ground and the quickness to mirror pass rushers, making him one of the most highly regarded offensive tackles in the NFL when healthy. Now, don't get it twisted, he's not perfect. Becton has battled through some injuries during his career, particularly knee and shoulder issues, which have slowed him down at times. But when he's on the field and at full strength, he's a force. Becton was drafted by the New York Jets in the first round back in 2020, and his rookie year showed flashes of greatness. He was a dominant presence in the run game, capable of creating massive lanes for running backs, and he showed that he could hold his own in pass protection, despite being a rookie. But unfortunately, after that promising debut, Becton's career has been marred by injuries, and he hasn't been able to play a full season since. But here's the thing: Becton is still incredibly young, and the potential is sky high. The Cowboys are betting that he can stay healthy and return to the level he showed as a rookie, which could turn into a game-changer for Dallas. So why, you might ask, would the Cowboys take a chance on a guy who's had injury struggles? Well, it's simple: the upside is huge. The Cowboys have been looking to upgrade their offensive line for years, and they've made some good moves. But adding a player of Becton's caliber, if he stays healthy, could be the missing piece of the puzzle. With Becton in the fold, the Cowboys have a chance to solidify the offensive line in a way that will make life easier for both Dak Prescott and Tony Pollard. Let's face it, Cowboys fans, our offensive line has been one of the most important aspects of our success in the past, and it's clear that Dallas wants to get back to that physical, dominant style of play. And there's no doubt that Makai Becton is the type of player who can bring that back. Now, we all know the Cowboys have had some struggles in recent years with the offensive line. While they've had some great players, including Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, and others, it's no secret that age and injuries have started to take their toll. Tyron Smith, while still an incredibly talented player, has been dealing with injuries that have limited his ability to stay on the field consistently. The Cowboys have had to rely on younger players to step up and fill the gap, and while guys like Tyler Smith and Tyler Biadasz have shown promise, it's clear that the Cowboys could use a major boost. And that's where Becton comes in. By bringing in a player with his size, strength, and athleticism, Dallas not only shores up a critical position but also adds depth to an offensive line that's been thin in recent years. This is about getting back to a physical brand of football that wins in the trenches, and Becton is the perfect fit for that. Think about it: Becton could immediately slide in as a starter at left tackle, allowing Tyron Smith to either move to the right side or serve as a valuable backup, depending on the situation. This kind of depth is exactly what the Cowboys need, and it's the kind of depth that's been sorely missing from this team for some time now. But what does this trade mean for the Cowboys' offense as a whole? For starters, let's talk about Dak Prescott. We all know how important Doc is to this team. When Doc is playing at a high level, the Cowboys are tough to stop. But one thing we saw last year was that when Doc didn't have enough time in the pocket, it affected his performance. The pressure from opposing defenses was able to get to him, causing mistakes and misfires on critical throws. By bringing in Becton, the Cowboys are immediately improving the protection around Doc. That's huge because it means Doc will have more time to survey the field, go through his progressions, and make those pinpoint throws that we know he's capable of. Doc's comfort in the pocket is going to be significantly better with Becton protecting his blindside. And we all know that when Doc is comfortable, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. But it's not just Doc who stands to benefit from this trade, it's the entire offense. Tony Pollard, who's shown flashes of being one of the most dynamic running backs in the league, will have more room to work with. A guy like Becton can open up huge holes for Pollard, allowing him to use his vision and burst to break big runs. The Cowboys have been trying to get back to a more balanced offensive attack, and adding Becton to the mix makes that a lot easier. Dallas is going to be able to run the football more effectively, and they'll be able to do so with a much higher level of consistency. And, of course, having a dominant offensive line is going to help the entire offense function more smoothly. This could be the key to Dallas finally becoming a more balanced team, one that can attack on the ground and through the air. This is about controlling the line of scrimmage and setting the tone of the game. It's about making sure that opposing defenses can't just tee off on your quarterback or shut down your running game. With Becton, the Cowboys now have a legit weapon on the line that will make all those things easier to achieve. Of course, no move comes without its risks, and this one is no exception. The biggest concern with Becton is his injury history. He's been sidelined for significant stretches over the last couple of seasons, and it's impossible to ignore that. The Cowboys are definitely taking a gamble here. But that's what good front offices do. They take calculated risks. They identify talent, understand the upside, and make moves that could have a huge payoff. If Becton can stay healthy, this could be the move that pushes Dallas over the top. If he struggles with injuries again, then the Cowboys might find themselves in a situation where they have to rely on the depth they've built. But here's the thing, even with the injury concerns, this is a risk worth taking. Becton's potential is undeniable, and the Cowboys can't afford to sit on their hands and wait for things to just fall into place. They need to be aggressive, and this move shows that they are. As for the NFC East, this trade is a clear message. The Cowboys aren't content just being competitive, they want to dominate. With the Eagles continuing to rise and the Giants making moves to improve, the Cowboys know they need to step up their game. Becton is the kind of player who can help them do just that. If the Cowboys can stay healthy, get Becton integrated into the lineup, and continue to build on the momentum they've created in the offseason, they could have one of the most dominant offenses in the NFC. So, there you have it, Cowboys Nation. What do you think about this move? Are you as excited as I am to see Makai Becton in a Cowboys uniform? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button if you're pumped for what's coming next. Subscribe to the channel for more Cowboys updates, and stay tuned, we're just getting started. 2025 is going to be a big year for the Dallas Cowboys, and this trade is only the beginning. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.